How's it going, everybody? Good morning. Tough night for the Yankees last night. And unfortunately, we're losing John Sterling. But it's okay. I've got the perfect replacement in mind.
Somebody better inject me with penicillin because that ball is gonorrhea.
First things first, Rizzo, I think he's really looking poor in the field and it's bleeding into the hitting or vice versa, but we're seeing him drop that front shoulder a lot. He's rolling a lot of things over in the field to the first base side. So I've seen even a lot of his hits, ground balls getting through the first base side, but a lot of those end up as outs. He needs to square it up, start hitting things more to the center of the field. Seeing a lot of foul balls too from him. He missed a Justin Turner pop-up that just hit the railing of the Blue Jays dugout tonight. He's just off. And same goes for Gleyber, unfortunately. Hitting's looking poor. Defense in the Guardians series was detrimental. So really need those guys to step it up.
Well, let's start with Anthony Rizzo's defense. The offense I'm not so worried about, but the defense is just weird. It's just weird, man. Guys just don't forget how to play defense overnight. And first base is not a difficult position. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
But yeah, I'm hoping it's just bad luck with Rizzo and that all of his errors are clustered together. Last year he made like 4 errors, and this year he's already got 4 errors. So if we look up in 6 weeks and he's got 10 or 12 errors, that's going to be a big problem, a big, big concern. First base is a vital position, and I don't know what's causing this problem. I'm hoping it's just bad luck. That's what my instinct tells me, that it's just, a little bit of a slump defensively, some wicked hops and some misjudged pop-ups, and that, once he gets used to playing every day again, that things will even out. But yeah, it's concerning. As far as his offense goes, he's already shown us more than he showed us last season after the concussion. So I'm not super worried. It might be just a mechanical thing, but yeah, needs Rizzo to step it up a little bit. He's one of the big bats and big defensive players on this team, quite frankly. Gleyber Torres, we've talked a lot about. I think he will get it going. He did have a base hit to right field last night, but he's a little bit off balance at the plate. I think he's starting to press because he doesn't have that home run yet. Honestly, I might put this on the Yankees because he was not supposed to be hitting leadoff. And, you got to change your approach to hit leadoff. You got to see more pitches. You can't be as aggressive. He's an aggressive hitter. And, yeah, I think putting him at leadoff to begin the season was not the best move, and it's kind of set him off on a poor track this year.
Hi, Derek. Shane. In this uncertain and highly volatile world, it doesn't any good to resist change. Acceptance of change keeps the blood pressure lower. But having said all that, doesn't force one to embrace change. May good fortune follow John Sterling, and John Sterling will be missed.
John Sterling was the soundtrack to my summers growing up. And when I was in college, we didn't get many Yankee games. It was before MLB TV, but I didn't want to miss any Yankee games. But we had we had the radio simulcast in North Carolina where I was going to school, and I could listen to every game. So for the first 2 years of college, for about the first month of season until school let out, where I couldn't watch the games, I would listen to every game. I would literally go get in my Jeep, my big blue Jeep that had a Yankees wheel cover on the back, and I would drive over to Elizabeth's Pizza on Market Street, and I would get myself a medium pizza, and I would maybe grab a crossword puzzle or something like that, and I would just sit in the car for 3 hours and listen to the game and listen to John Sterling. And at that point, it was Charlie Steiner as well. That was a great broadcast duo, and it's just not going to be the same without him. But time marches on, and we've all got to move on with it.
Hi, Derek. This is Simon Rosenthal calling from Bella Vista in New Haven, Connecticut. How you doing? What is going on with this lack of hitting here with the Yankees? I mean, seriously. It seems like ever since Gleyber Torres made that error the other day, we keep going downhill. What is wrong with Stanton? He should learn to hit, man. I don't even know why we got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in this team. How hard can it be to hit a baseball?
Hey, Simon, thanks for the call. Obviously, you want to score more than one run, and it's always frustrating to watch a team that just doesn't score, but that's baseball. And when you say how hard could it be to hit a baseball, ask any professional athlete, and they'll tell you what the hardest thing to do in sports is: hit a baseball. And, Stanton is what we thought he was. He's hitting for power. He's not hitting for much average. And Gleyber Torres off to a slow start. Rizzo kind of off to a slow start. There's some guys that just aren't hitting. But I think overall the team looks way, way better than they did at any point last season. And I'm ultimately not too concerned. I think more nights than not, this team will hit.
Hey there, Derek. Jason here. You see me on your streams all the time. Big fan. I think if anybody's primed for that John Sterling job, it's you, buddy. Anyway, I just wanted to point out that people got to lay off Luis Gil. Everybody has a bad outing, and considering 7 walks, and he only allowed 3 runs, and he muscled through 5 innings, cut the guy some slack. He's a young kid, and all the veterans always say, you're not always going to have your sharpest stuff every time out, but if you can get through 5 innings and limit us to 3 runs, and obviously the offense didn't have it, but hey, it's going to be a long season. We got a long way to go.
Thanks for the call. Let's start with the John Sterling thing. I can guarantee you I will not be replacing John Sterling. But, if they asked me, I'd probably do it. But they will not ask me because I'm nobody. I'm just a YouTuber, and I don't like leaving my house that much, so that would be a tough job, a tough adaptation. I would miss my one remaining dog and my cats and my wife and, my big cozy recliner. But here's the deal. Luis Gil has electric stuff. He's got ace-level stuff. But the final piece is going to be command. And that's the final piece for a lot of pitchers. And if he can harness it, he's going to be unbelievable. But until he is able to harness it, we're going to have outings like that from time to time. This is not the first time that he's lost the zone and walked a million guys. So just deal with it and hope he gets better. I mean, nothing we can do. It's hard to watch. But I love his stuff, and I think he's going to be a good pitcher.
Man, last night's game was just terrible. But really boring. Yankees got really unlucky with a lot of hits, but I think the worst part was Rizzo looks really bad, not hitting well. Also, that pop fly that he missed. I don't know, just kind of lost. Judge will probably come around eventually, so that's all right. But I also want to know why Stanton's getting so many rest days.
Honestly, Giancarlo Stanton legged out an infield single the other day, so I'm going to count the fact that he's still alive as a win. In terms of the general malaise of your feelings towards the Yankees, I mean, you're not alone. When the Yankees score 1 run, when any team has a lackluster offense, the fans are going to feel bored. And watching a game that's boring is the worst. I 100% agree.